All right, so check it out. We got the SOXL. Now, in the last video that I did on Thursday, I did tell you guys SOXL was standing at like 1750 on Thursday when I dropped that video. And I told you there's still further room for SOXL to fall lower, and it should be heading towards the 1610, 1620 mark in the very short term. On Friday's session, we saw a 5% down day on SOXL. So that's exactly what I told you guys. I told you there's still further room for SOXL to fall. And I know a lot of you guys would have got in on that. I know a lot of you guys would have done very, very well on that intel and made money as SOXL dropped on Friday's session. That being said, start of the week is just around the corner. So I'm going to give you guys an insight into what I am looking at for next week and give you guys where certain plays will be going and how they will be moving to start next week and what I'm going to be doing to take advantage of them. All right. So let's start off with TQQQ because that is the main ticker that I am looking at to kick next week off. Okay, and those of you guys who've been watching the channel, you know that the call outs have been telling you guys where plays are going, price action, all of that stuff literally plays out to a T. Okay, so TQQQ currently sitting pretty much at $34. Now here's the thing, just take a look. Let's take a look at where price is sitting right now, sitting at that $34 mark. Well, if you backtrack, go to the beginning of October, we were pretty much sitting at $34 as well. So what we've done is we've come back to what we call an area of interest. This $34 level is a demand level. And at these demand levels, that's where you get buying activity, okay? Yes, markets dropped on Friday, but no, markets didn't do that critical technical damage. That's the key thing, okay? Markets didn't do critical technical damage on Friday's session, but they have dropped to a level of demand. In the short term, what I am expecting is for TQQQ, this should happen on Monday or Tuesday session to actually show some relief from the selling pressure. Okay, we know that the week just gone, there was a lot of red in the markets. Pretty much the whole market went down last week. But we've come to a point, a technical point where we should get some relief, where markets should actually move up a little bit. Okay. And as it moves up a bit, TQQQ will probably go towards that $34.50, that $35 mark. All right, call it $34.50. And then selling pressure will resume and you will see TQQQ go lower towards the $32 mark. So in the short term, yes, you should expect some relief, a little bit of green, 1 or 2 days positivity. The script is then flipped, then you get that selling pressure. That's the real move to complete the wave lower, to complete this leg down. It's not yet completed, still got some further room to fall. And from $34 to $32, that's a pretty significant move lower, okay? Should go to at least 32, 31.50, 32 is where we should expect it to be going after that 1 or 2 days positivity, that 1 or 2 days relief. Check this out. If you look at TQQQ, if we backtrack back to July, you can see its peak was $46. This movement down here, that is called wave 1, right? That's the first wave down. Then you get the move up, that's your second wave, putting in a lower high than the $46. Then you get the wave 3 down to the $34 mark. Okay, wave 4 brings it up to $39. Now we are on wave 5. This is the last wave, right? Can go to the 3-month. This is the last wave. Once this wave is completed, once it does get down towards that $31 mark, right, that will complete the wave, then what you're going to get is a big upside move in TQQQ, right? So you know that this wave isn't yet completed, still has to move lower. Once it gets that $31 mark, then you're going to see a completion of this wave pattern, this wave theory that's been going on over the last couple of months. And then you're going to see it at least come back to this $39 high, right? Probably sometime in back end of November, mid-November, back end of November, early December, sometime then. That is the short term, and then you call it the medium term expectation of TQQQ. So obviously there's tons of different ways to take advantage of what I've just told you guys, loads of different ways. So if the markets are going to continue that wave down, there's the opportunity to go ahead and enter into put options. If the market's going to make a move up, there's call options, and there's obviously more sophisticated option moves as well. That's how you take advantage of the next couple of movements that we're going to be seeing in the markets. And that's what I'm going to be looking at to start next week and then head through towards the end of the week. All right, so keep an eye out for that. That's TQQQ. Let's take a little look at Tesla as well. Currently sitting at $212 in the last, that's a 3% down from when I did that video. And again, Tesla was sitting at around 220, and I told you guys Tesla's going to be making this move to 210, 205. That's where you should see a big upside movement, right? That's where you should see a lot of buyers coming into bid up the price. Obviously it's not yet there, but you did get a continuation of the move down, as I was saying in Thursday's video. Again, just check the last video, I said all of this. I'm not going to be making any moves on Tesla unless it moves a little bit lower towards that 210, just under 210 level. Then I might get into some different type of trading strategies to take advantage of that. But really and truly, just looking at TQQQ, right? TQQ is going to be the main asset that we'll be looking at next week. I already told you about SOXL and how that's almost completed this down leg. TQQQ now has to follow, taking advantage of that. Just for completeness, going to give you guys a little bit of insight into Tesla and what is to be expected. At least going to get to that 210. Probably going to drop a little bit under 208, something like that. Then you're going to get that price reversal, right? That's the next price action. That's what's next in line for Tesla. So I'm going to give you guys a quick update on that. But TQQQ for next week is going to be the main trade, the main play that I'm going to be looking at. And you guys already know what to expect from TQQQ going into next week.